dog in a cowboy hat, polar bear in armor, and a monkey in a Roman centurion helmet. It's just normal kid stuff, really. Hello, my name is Nell, and usually I have things to say about disability, chronic illness, and mental health, but today I am taking a little break from that to show you some of my childhood stuffies and friends. I still have them. I still have them because I believe that they have feelings, and that if I get rid of them or pass them on to somebody else, they'll think that I don't love them and they'll feel bad. Toy Story did a number on me. It really did. But I can put their stuff in storage. I can't put them in storage. My friends are staying in the house, but their stuff, which was being kept in a suitcase up in the cupboard, their stuff can go into storage. Again, I can't even get rid of that because if I get rid of their stuff, they'll think that I don't love them and care about them. But I thought before I put their stuff into storage, I can show it to you. I can show them to you. I used to make a lot of stuff for my toys, like clothes and books and stuff. So I thought I'd just show you a bit of this nonsense in memory lane. Here we go. I'll show you the Rogues Gallery. This guy was one of the earliest ones. His name is Chestnut. Chestnut the horse. Can you hear that? That's Beanie Baby magic. Off-brand Beanie Baby magic. This one, some of you guys know him from my Stuffies video. This is Bimbo. He's probably my favorite. I mean, I don't have favorite children, but like his bag of stuff is bigger than all the other kids' bag of stuff. Bimbo's best friend is Spot. They're made from the same pattern, I think. There's Dot. She was from the movie Ants. There's Deirdre. She's made out of magnets for some reason. I don't know why. There's Jo. She's also made out of magnets. There's Ellie, the elephant. Some of the names are more creative than others. This is Dolphin, the dolphin. She has a zipper pouch in her tummy. Not sure why. This is Clondip, the koala. Who else is there? This is Chloe. She's an absolute diva of a bear. This is Bonup, Chloe's little brother. If you thought bears couldn't get any smaller. I think Kitri Ann. Her name was Kitri Ann. And this is Mishka. When I got my dog Marley, I really wanted a girl so that I could call her Mishka, but I couldn't. So I got a proxy. So those are my friends. I love all of them, and I still have them because they are my friends. So let's have a look at some of their stuff. I am going to do some close-ups of their stuff because some of this stuff is so small that it's unbelievable. You got to see it up close. Let's look at who can be first. Let's look at Bimbo's stuff because he's the favorite. Let's have a look. There's a portrait of Grandpa Bimbo. Why? I don't know. He didn't have a house to hang a portrait in, but there's a portrait of Grandpa Bimbo. Here are some pants for Bimbo. Anytime I made him pants, I'd make a little hole for his tail because I didn't think he would be comfortable if his tail didn't have a hole to peek through. I also made him little shirts, little jumpers. This is a shirt that says Cessnock with a snail on it. I don't know why there's a snail on it for the Cessnock shirt. I also made Spot a matching shirt because we went on holidays to Cessnock. Bimbo also had a variety of hats. We made them out of, the things that come in Kinder Surprises? They somehow fitted Bimbo's head perfectly. So we made him a lot of hats out of those. He has a lunchbox with his name on it. It's just normal stuff. He had a school uniform. I made a lot of them school uniforms based on my old school colors. This is when I was little and I didn't know how to sew. Oh, how far I've come. He also has a book of his holiday to Bimbo, Jamaica, which is where he came from, apparently. I went on holidays to Bimbo, Jamaica. I have taken some photos of it. I did this entirely on our old computer. I'm gonna insert some close-ups. Oh, he has a little monkey toy. My toys have toys because they like toys. So that's a little bit... Oh, okay. So here's where it begins. I have a school book. Bimbo's school book. And it actually has schoolwork in it. Because I would fill out their school books and then judge them on it. There's another school book. Oh my gosh. I didn't have a lot of friends. Right, well that's Bimbo stuff. That's Bimbo stuff. I might show you a little fashion parade of him and some of his stuff. Let's move on to the next. I've just found the old bananas and the smelly foot. That was his coat of arms for his family. That's a shield. That was his favorite toy, actually. A chicken. It was a chicken. It was inspired by Gonzo from the Muppets. Now it's Spot's turn. Spot was Bimbo's best friend. I think I got them at the same time. They were on the same rack at the store, and I just loved them both, and I couldn't decide. And my grandparents were very, very lovely and let me buy 2 toys. It was crazy. They let me buy 2 toys because I was just there for so long, looking at them, and I couldn't decide. So they thought that would be easier to let me get 2. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Spot has a cowboy hat. That's just his vibe. He is a vibe. He also has, this is incredible. I think my brother might have made this because he was allowed to use the sewing machine more than I was. Like a military shirt? I don't know. My brother was in the Air Cadets and then he'd come home and do this. There is also a lunchbox, of course. His school books, of course. He has a tuxedo. A beautiful white tuxedo. Gorgeous. Okay, so this begins the snowboard adventure. My brother and I played a snowboarding game at a friend of ours' house, and then we came home and we made a lot of our toys snowboards, and then got a sheepskin rug that we had, and then would make them snowboard down the sheepskin rug. I'm going to keep that snowboard aside and then show you all the snowboards at once because they're amazing. There was a... This didn't age well. So this is a shirt that says "I love BJ," and I think it means Bimbo Jamaica. This is his matching Cessnock shirt. Oh, oh wow. Okay, so he has like a sword in a scabbard. Okay. That's intense. An English book. With nothing in it. He didn't study. Okay, so he has just a hat that says Spot. It's just a hat that says Spot, and it has a picture of a bone and a piece of meat on it. Because he's a dog, you see. Also, again, pants that have a little hole for the tail, because I didn't like the idea of him having a crunched up tail. I didn't like that. All right, that's it for Spot. Okay, next we have Chestnut and Polar. Chestnut is a horse, and Polar is a polar bear. Again, not always the most creative with names. Chestnut was great. He had this like pair of overalls. Again, hole for the tail. Don't make your toys uncomfortable. Chestnut, no, was this Polar's or Chestnut's? Chestnut had a fez. I think we said that Chestnut was Scottish. Yeah, he's got a kilt. A kilt because he's a Scottish horse, I guess. He also had a saddle, but like, was he a guy or a horse? I don't know. More snowboards. I will keep them aside. Okay, so Polar had a great thing. My brother made him a piece of armor, a studded piece of leather armor, because that's what every growing polar bear needs. They didn't have as much stuff because they're, I don't know, weird shapes. It's hard to make stuff for toys that are weird shapes. And again, oh man, we made stuff when we were not very good at sewing. But, oh, there's his coat of arms for his shield and his sword. Because what good are toys if they don't have shields and swords? What if your toys have to go to war and you're not preparing them for war? Prepare your toys for war, kids. That's all for these guys. They don't have a lot. Chestnut has pajamas, though. made from my father's old pajamas. A lot of my stuff was just old clothes given to me, and that was fabric. Dot and Deirdre, they were best friends, and they were like the cool girls in school, and they weren't very nice. And Dot has like antenna, but I put them in like a messy bun as if she was like the cool girls. And yeah, she was also hard to make clothes for because she has a giant ant bum. And also Deirdre hard to make clothes for because she was made out of magnets. She was made out of magnets. It's hard to do that, but let's have a look. Let's have a look at what I managed. So they got school uniforms made out of old school uniforms. Genius. Something that was really cool was that for a while there were these shoes that you could buy. They weren't for any kind of doll. They were just tiny little shoes in shoes boxes. And I found that they fit Dot's feet perfectly. Also, forgive me. I keep looking at myself because I'm on my phone instead of looking at the camera. I'm sorry. I'm very vain. An ant in shoes. An ant in shoes. Come on. Beat that. School books. Oh, okay. So here we go. They have a wallet with a bus pass because I made a bus for all my toys to go to school, and it was made out of a shoebox, and I would drag it around my my house, and all the toys would get on the bus, but they needed a bus pass to get on the bus. Bus pass. Bus pass, and of course school books. All right. Let's have a look at who is next. Dolphin, the dolphin. And very hard to make clothes for because she's a dolphin. But I like to challenge. So what I did was I got a piece of fabric, put a hole in it, and then put that over her fin, and apparently that was clothes for a dolphin. And there's this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I was probably 7 when I made this. She also has a book about dolphins in her bag. For Dolphin the Dolphin. Joe and Ellie. Josephine, but she didn't like being called Josephine, so she went by Joe. And Ellie the elephant. Josephine the sugar glider. I don't know. Sometimes the names were creative and sometimes they weren't. I don't know. Again, I was a baby. I was a child. Let's have a look at what's in their bag of secrets. See, Josephine, I had fun dressing because she was basically just a triangle. And I had a lot of fun. Like, I made some really cool stuff for her. Like, very cool stuff. Ellie, on the other hand, she's... I don't know. I don't know what shape she is. But I tried. And school books. And overalls. And a picture of Josephine and a sheep. Maybe she made it in art class because I used to play schools a lot. Oh, I made a cape for Ellie because apparently that's the only kind of clothing I can make it for a little elephant. Klondip, my baby. Let's have a look at his stuff. So Klondip, the tiny koala, had a tiny toy koala. Because of course he did. Oh, he had a little... This was cool. Had like a vest. And pants. Tiny pants. Tiny pants. And tiny purple pants. Genius. I was amazing. You can always tell which toys I had most fun making clothing for by whether or not they got their own bag of stuff. Let's have a look at Chloe the Diva. Okay, so some of you might have seen movies like Lizzie McGuire, the movie. So you'll understand why I made stuff like this for my toy. Yeah, this is a hooded grey metallic jacket, and I made it for my toy. And it looks like there's underwear. I don't know. There's like this shimmery thing. I don't know. But it was cool at the time. She's got a cool jacket. That's a cool jacket. She was so cool, this thing. fur coat. Got the whole thing. And yet she was so young that she had a colouring in book instead of an English book. Because I liked to keep the ages in my school correct. All right, so that's like everyone's specific stuff. I have some bags of just general stuff. I wanna have a look at those. Tent pegs, a tiny hammer, and tiny pegs for a tiny tent. I don't know where the tent is now, but there was one. Here's a tiny letter. My father would sometimes write tiny letters. This was when it was my birthday, and it was signed by everyone in the Legoland Palace. So, Mario, the computer game. A pretend game of Mario. Take Mario through all his worlds. Oh, a photo album. Yes, I used to print. Sometimes when you would print photos, they would give you an index of all those photos, but miniature. I would keep those photos and make miniature photo albums for my toys. The Club Cookbook. Featuring such delectable things as chocolate cake, ingredients, 1 cup of cocoa, which was dirt, 3 tablespoons of flour, which was chalk dust, 1 tablespoon of sugar, which was sand, 3 tablespoons of water, and 1 cup of milk. Brilliant. Potato eggs. We tried to make this once. It was Bimbo Jamaican potato eggs made for Bimbo's world or wherever he was from. 1 potato per person, 1 egg per person. You put an egg in the middle of a potato and then bake the potato? Okay. Power Ranger. Oh. Her name was Jane Horsey, which meant that Chestnut's name was Chestnut Horsey. Good to know. A tiny journal, tiny notebook, a geography book. I would make a lot of school bags for my toys because they went to school, because they were good children. So I'd make little school bags where they would put all their books because they had books, because they were good children. I also liked finding things like other toys that would be suitable for my toys. So this miniature scooter became my toy scooter. This, I don't know what that is, but it looks like a water bottle to me, so it would become a water bottle. A miniature game of Age of Empires, complete with disc. Those are my guys. These are my guys. Trying to get them all in one handful. All right, come on, little ones. Whoa, hey, Bimbo. Being cheeky. All right, come on, all of you. All of my lovely ones. I love them so much, and I'm going to keep them forever. And then in my will, I'm going to demand that people look after them and don't give them to an op shop, because I want them to know that they're loved. They were my friends. They were my friends. They were my lovely friends, and they're still my lovely friends, and I love them a lot. Tell me about your childhood stuffies. Tell me about the ones that you made friends with. Tell me about how you looked after them. Did you make things for them? When we would travel, I would pick 1 or 2 stuffies, and it had to be different ones every time. And I would make them little sleeping bags, and they would sleep in the little table or whatever ledge it was next to my bed. And yeah, I needed to make sure they were taken care of. They didn't just go in a pocket. They had to like sit with me and be comfortable. They would sleep in drawers in my house, and they would all have individual beds. I put them to bed because they're people. Tell me about your childhood stuffies. And do you still have them? You better, because otherwise they'll know about it. Because Toy Story was real. All right. Thanks for watching. It was a bit of a different one, but I had fun. It was nice. All right. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bless. Oh, I forgot. The snowboards. I forgot about the snowboards. We made snowboards for our toys. Snowboards for our toys. This was Dots, covered in ants because she's an ant. Spots, covered in bones and meat because he's a dog. I don't know. I think this is Chestnuts. Polars. Kalalas, who's not here because he's my brother's. And somebody else's. But we would like attach their feet with twist ties and then like send them to... It was great fun. We made a lot of our own fun. Back in my day. All right. Yeah, now I'm finished. Now I'm done. Okay. Editing Nell here. I just found some little extras. A school award certificate and a trophy because that's how I roll. Just while editing, I found another little thing. These photos that I used to take, I take a large photo of a bunch of them and then cut them up into individual photos. Some of these are school photos because I would take school photos for my toys. Merry Christmas from Bimbo, wearing a brand new hat because I will not stop making him clothes. And from Frank, who belongs to my partner because we are a pro-stuffy household. Much love to you all.